coming to you live again, doing the same BDL clutch setup on a 2001 Custom Harley Davidson Softail. This bike was supposed to be built in a build off season 1, episode 11 or something like that. But that's not why we're here today. I just put new clutches in it, and on the last video I didn't get to finish what I was telling y'all and doing. So I pulled the clutch pressure plate back off so I can show you how to properly adjust it and everything. Um, Hopefully this will help you. So once you get all your plates in, you start with the 120 plate, the thicker plate of all your steel plates. So you put the thicker one in first, and then you go friction, then steel, then friction, then steel, then friction, then steel. In this particular setup, there are 7 frictions, there are 7 steels, and after you put them all in there, you're going to end with a um, steel, and then you're going to put your clutch hub back on, or your pressure plate on. Um, and some of these will have a witness mark on the pressure plate itself, and then there'll be some witness mark on the splines. This particular setup does not have them, so I'm just going to slap that on there. And usually all the witness marks does is make sure your holes are lined up. Um, is basically all they do. Um, so when it comes to your springs, a lot of people have problems with this part. Um, get it started in there. So to start, I keep my bolts in order that they come out, and some people do them different. Um, it's just preference uh, to make the clutch stiffer or whatever. So your clutch springs, put them in there. On this particular setup, it's every other one will get one. I'll make sure I put it in the right spot. Every other one will get one. Some people run 3 together, skip 1, 3, skip 1, 3. That's a 9-spring setup. Um, so, but this one is this single with 6 springs, and some people go to skip 2, skip 2. Anyway, so we're just going to basically get these started. All right, maybe. All right. So we're basically just going to get these started. When it comes to the torquing of these particular ones, it's 90 inch-pound, not 90 foot-pounds, but 90 inch-pounds. And a lot of your inch torque wrenches will have this here set up that I actually do inches and not feet. Um, some of them might have inches and feet. I don't know. I'm not a tool specialist. So basically we're going to run all these down to where they're snug. Okay. And the way I do it is I try to run a little bit at a time. That way it keeps the pressure plate on there evenly, and you ain't got to worry about it being off, one way or another. So I do like a star pattern here, kind of like you do on your tires. When tightening them, even when torquing them. I'll usually start at top, go to the bottom, and then I'll shoot up here, and then down to here, and then over to here, and then over to here. That way I know everything's nice and even and level. So I'm just basically running these down now until they're nice and snug. I'm sorry that I should have did this. So So basically right now they're all snug. Ran down. Oh, they were. Thought they were off. So I'll just go around them just to make sure. Don't get in no hurry. Just take your time with them. You'll be fine. So and just for time's sake and stuff like that, I'll just hand torque them for right now. Of course, I'll come back and actual torque them to 90 because I got to find my Allen head that fits on the ratchet on the torque wrench. Just double checking, make sure they're all like they're supposed to be. Which I, cause I'm just snorkel them. I'll come back and torque them here. All right. So once you get to this part, of course your clutch cable should be, you pull door the little black sleeve down if it has one. If not, you're going to loosen up the two jam nuts. You're going to run them all the way in to where there's no slack or no tension on your clutch lever up here, and it's just sloppy, resting against your hand grip. At that point, you're going to grab your Allen wrench and you're going to grab an 11/16. Like to use these line wrenches for this because it works great as far as getting your Allen out and stuff. So basically, you're going to put this in the center here on your push rod bolt nut, uh, and you're going to run it all the way in until it stops. Literally all the way in until it can't move no more. If you're running this in, if you pay attention to your clutch lever will actually move. It'll come out. You'll watch it come out into place. So once you get it all the way ran in, and you can't go no farther, don't force it. You'll just hit that little area that you won't be able to go no farther right with it to tighten it, and you just want to back it off a quarter turn, roughly. All the way in, and then we're going to back it off just a quarter of a turn where you hear that pop, and then you're going to take your um, line wrench or your 11/16, wrong side, yeah, and you're going to run that down, that jam nut, and you're going to lock it down. So you run your push rod nut all the way in your Allen head. You run it all the way in until you can't run it in no further. You back it off a quarter turn. You come back on your jam nut. You hold it with your Allen wrench, and then you just tighten it, and that keeps that from backing off. And then the rest of your clutch adjustment you do on your cable there. At your cable. Let me grab it. See if I can show you what I'm talking about. Okay. Um, your cable. So a lot of them have a rubber sleeve on it like this. These are your jam nuts. They're supposed to be two jam nuts, but on this particular, I guess it was a factory defect or something. He only has one jam nut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the rest of my clutch out here. Um, and then once I get it adjusted out where I want it, I'll tighten down the top jam nut, and then I'll take, and I'm going to try to put like a E clip or a C clip in here to keep the bottom from moving as well. Like I said, most of them will have a double nut. See if I got one exposed where I can show you what I'm talking about. I don't on this, but I'll go on and move this out the way and show you what I'm talking about. Well, maybe I might. Let me get better. Okay. So see how this one has a double jam nut. You got your top jam nut, and then you got your bottom jam nut, and basically that just keeps them from, um, you know, coming out of whack on you once you adjust it. Um, but that's all I got for you here. Let me, now I got this camera acting right, I'll give you a better view of the bike. Um, you know, so that's the 2001 Custom Harley Softail we're doing. Um, we're going to be replacing the mirrors with a set of another mirrors. I'm changing out the shifting linkage, and I'll do this tomorrow. I'll video it. Right now I got his rear wheel off because he's getting a new tire put on. And then we'll also be installing a radio at some point, and I'll do videos on all of them. Show you how to hide the wiring and everything. And then for some reason his dash is lifted up here, so I'll be addressing that as well. And then on the trike we have here with the 127 competition motor, I went with the wider fender, so I'm going to have to make a bracket for the tail light to come up in here, and then I got some turn signals, custom turn signals I'll be putting on it and stuff. I just got the struts and the fender back from Powder Coater. Of course, my garage, it's dusty as fudge. But that's where we're at. This is the radio we'll be installing. I don't really care for it, but as long as the customer likes it, that's all that matters at this point. And then eventually, the shovel head, the custom Softail shovel head I built from ground up. We've already took our old pipes off, and I'm installing these new ones on it. They're just mocked up right now. So we're putting them on that, and then eventually we'll be wiring in this trike, complete wire from beginning to end. And we should have plenty of work. I got this bike that was in a fire that we're going to be tearing all the way down and more than likely rebuilding it. And then we got the Corvette hopefully coming this weekend for y'all. And maybe Robbie Rob will have some diesel pickup trucks or something else we can work on, or do a video on. But yep, I appreciate y'all tuning in and viewing. Hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and may y'all's New Year be very adventurous, joyful, and prosperous for you. But yep, that's where we're at. You all have a good day. If you have any questions about anything I'm doing, you need me to walk you through something, don't hesitate to ask. If I don't respond to you right away, I'll try to definitely get back to you. This is Chopper J, the Forbidden Assassin. Y'all have a good night. Figure out how to, I did this last time, didn't I? Have to figure out how to Oh, okay, here we go. All right, y'all have a good day. Good night. Well, maybe. I don't know how to stop it. Sure want to stop streaming.